All right, chat. We have one from Moist Critical. We're gonna be watching here about Taylor Swift drama. I am not a Swiftie, so I'm gonna go hard on her. I just don't like her. So we'll say our opinions and everything at the end of this video. But let's hear Charlie and see what he has to say. Let's get the drama. I saw some drama, but he probably has it all here. So let's check it out.
I'm pretty sure this is the first video I've ever made with Taylor Swift as the focus for it, and that's because I just don't really have any strong feelings on her or her music. I don't know a whole lot about her, like, in her personal life or anything other than, like, all the breakups and stuff, but that's just not something I tune into super deeply. All I know is she's got some songs in her catalog I like to wiggle my finger to occasionally. Like, I don't dislike her music, I don't hate the songs that she's put out. There are a few boner jams in there. But the reason I'm talking about her today is because she has a new album that just came out, which I didn't even know was around the corner. But something is a bit awry. There's a disturbance out there because for the first time ever, I'm pretty sure, people are saying it's not good. Even her most loyal of fans.
My sister is a huge Swiftie, and she said this album is pretty tough to listen to. And I guess there's one song where she just talks about like dick, like getting dick down, bro. So it's kind of weird. So I'm not. There's a couple songs that I think are okay, that she sings, but I don't think she has that great of a voice. I think the lyrics are pretty basic. There's like a meme that she literally rhymes bar with every song. She has like a rhyme. She rhymes stuff with bar, like car, bar. Every time, every song has bar in it. So I don't think she's that special, to be honest.
Are criticizing it. A feat I didn't even think was possible. It defies our very fundamental understanding of science. The Swifties vocally expressing disappointment, and not only in the album, but in the way in which Taylor Swift has gone about it. There is a lot of greed at play here that I would have never even imagined as like a money-making strategy. It's so fucking scummy.
Yeah,
but
that's
Swifties
crazy.
have been well known to support any and everything Taylor Swift does at basically any price point imaginable. You could ask the moon, and they would happily fork over every single doubloon in their piggy bank for it. They would pay $5,000 to be in the same room that Taylor Swift farted in 5 years ago, and they would pay that with a big smile on their face and go online to rave about the incredible experience being near like a smidgen of ass.
Dude, the proof is that stupid concert she did. It was like the ridiculous prices that every girl was paying for it. So they said if you're an ugly dude, all you had to do to get a hot chick to go on a date with you back then is just buy tickets to Taylor Swift. So it is true what Charlie's saying, dude. Those girls were going crazy for Taylor Swift. They'd pay anything for her.
Molecule that Taylor Swift shared the same air as this one room one time. Like, and yet they are talking about how disappointing this is from Taylor. That's crazy to me. That has to be like an indicator for an impending apocalypse. Like, I bet if you correlate this with the Mayan calendar, we're going to find evidence to the end times right around the corner. It is shocking, to say the least. And since I brought up the end times, I want to tell you that the end of bad hygiene is here thanks to our soap, Cheeky. We've got a new scent available now. It's the Sunday Scaries. It's our vanilla scent, which is a scent that has been requested highly for like the last year, and it's finally here. So you can go to usecheeky.com.
Bro, does everybody sell soap nowadays? Is that like the thing now, is sell soap? Maybe I should start making some soap, man.
And get yourself the best soap ever created. So naturally, before getting into like the greedy monetization model for this album, Life of a Showgirl, I'll go ahead and give you my opinion on the album because I decided to take a little listen. I didn't hate it. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what all the hoopla is about. Like, it seems like just a very normal Taylor Swift album. Admittedly, there's nothing on there that jumped out at me as a classic that's going to be talked about as one of her finest pieces, one of her top tracks or anything. But it wasn't nails on a chalkboard or anything. It didn't feel like it was just lazy throwaway garbage. Like, I didn't feel like I was listening to "You'll Cowards Don't Even Smoke Crack" or something. Like, it was just very simple. Not to throw shade at "You'll Cowards Don't Even Smoke Crack," of course, but the point...
Maybe Charlie's going a little light on it, dude. Maybe he's going a little light to avoid the Swifties, because those Swifties will come after you, dog. They will come for your head, dude. They'll come for blood. Or maybe he really believes it, but I think... the little things I heard about it, dude, it was quite terrible. It was quite, and like I said, she has a song that, like, it's just awkward. The what's it called? Wood. That's literally the song. Is Wood.
Is it just felt like a really normal Taylor Swift album. It wasn't extraordinary, but I don't think it was nearly as bad as I'm hearing a lot of people say. The only track on here that actually did raise my eyebrow was Wood, which is
Exactly.
a song about Travis Kelce's wiener. It's about a little more than that, but that's kind of like the focus is Travis Kelce's meat. Kind of lyrics that just make you go, ooh, instead of have you snapping your fingers.
Yeah.
Forgive me, it sounds cocky. He amatized me. I actually had to look up what that
Dude,
was. It's
I don't
apparently
get this.
dickmatized instead of hypnotized, where you get fucked so good.
Dude, what is, like, seriously, what are these lyrics? Like, when my sister sent me these lyrics, I thought it was I thought it was fake. Like, she said, look at Taylor's lyrics on the new album. And I was like, is this real? You opened my thighs, you dickmatized me, the redwood tree. Like, dude, what is this crap? I just don't understand. And supposedly she had somebody, like, she, like, didn't have her normal people help her write the song. That's what my sister was telling me. So my sister's like, yeah, clearly she needs those two guys to come back to her team because this is dickmatized.
That you get hypnotized, apparently, at least according to fan interpretations of that line. There's a lot of layers to this onion, of course. It's very deep songwriting. And opened my eyes, redwood tree, it ain't hard to see, his love was the key that opened my thighs.
Dude,
Girls,
this is
I don't need to
wild.
catch the bouquet to know a hard rock is on the way. Oh, oh. Like, when I heard that for the first time, it brought out the same feeling as the first time I heard Riley Reid freestyle rap. It was just,
Dude, this
it was
brutal.
visceral. These lyrics really do feel like something I myself would write as a joke for one of our songs, The Gentlemen. And who knows, maybe Taylor Swift is a fan of The Gentlemen and was inspired by our songwriting styles. Because, like,
Telling you, dude, I thought it was troll lyrics when I saw it. I thought they were fake.
I could see myself writing some shit like that for a goofy track.
For real.
You know, penis appointment, you know I'm on time. He's dunking his balls like MJ in his prime. Like, it really does sound like something I would have cooked up for sillies. But I don't know, the way the rest of the song, it kind of plays it pretty straight, like pretty serious. And it's just, I don't know. That out of all the songs on the album, that's the only one where I was like, oh. But anyway, enough about the album itself. I think it is just like a very normal, generic Taylor Swift album. Do I think it's anything special? No. Do I think it's anything abhorrent and as awful as everyone else seems to think it is? Also no. But I did see a banger tweet that a buddy of mine sent me that I guess kind of sums it up nicely. I said Taylor Swift's new album sucks and I didn't even get a single death threat from a Swiftie. That's how bad it is. Rosa,
A lot of people have been saying that, and that's so scary that it's true. Like that, what's her name? The movie critic that I watch her channel a lot, and not because I'm like a huge fan of it, but I like to just see what her side of the aisle is saying because she's more liberal leaning. Um, Grace Randolph. Grace Randolph. She is kind of like, I believe, the kooky side of the internet, like the wild, like like the people who are still cheering for the new Marvel movies fans. Those kind of people are her audience. So I like to see what she has to say because it gives you insight into, like, I have asmongold I look at for like what I think the normies are thinking, like the actual like down to earth like Chad's base ideas, and then I have like even like Charlie, he has base ideas too for the most part, and then we go to like that side of the internet and you get the like you know the how do I say I got banned on Reddit for saying this, but like blue haired type people. So hopefully I don't get in trouble for saying blue hair. But like you get that type of opinion from Grace Randolph. So I went and listened to her, and she was talking about how she posted and she got no hate when she said this lyrics were pretty cringe, and this album was really bad. And it's just kind of crazy that that's like a something people have to point out, and it's like normies, like it's like a normal thing now. It's like, oh yeah, if you say anything about Taylor Swift, they're gonna kill you, dude. They're coming after you. They're coming for your head. They're gonna try to cancel you. But now it's like, oh, it must be true because we said something negative and nobody gave me a death threat. Like it's so crazy the world we live in.
don't know. Since basically the beginning of Taylor Swift's career, anyone that speaks out saying, like, I didn't really like that, they get dogpiled by Swifties with
For
death
real.
threats, oftentimes racism. Like, the Swiftie online reputation has been pretty scary for a while, actually. And of course, it's not all Swifties. obviously,
Most.
but it's enough to be kind of like a common thought, a stereotype for Swifties that has been around for a while. Where if you say you don't like something about Taylor Swift or her album, get ready for some of the most colorful insults you'll ever read and a lot of death threats. So now,
Dude, Swifties are like what used to be like the COD and like probably no, more like Halo, more like the Halo PlayStation 3. I think that's no, I mean PlayStation Xbox 360 era when you had Halo 3 come out and everything, and you had the mic that came with the game and everybody was on the mic. That is like the era of the Swifties. Like that toxicity back in the day was great. I love that stuff. I had some great times talking trash and hearing the trash talk. But that trash talk and that like visceral moments, that's like the Swifty at heart, you know? When you talk about Taylor Swift, that's what they turn into like a 2000 Halo 3, what did it come out 2003, 2005 or something? 2005, let's just say. I don't know. I'd have to fact check me on when it came out, guys. That's what they turned into. They turned into that little gremlin from back in Halo 3, like a
with the actual album itself out of the way, let's talk about how she monetized it, how she tried to squeeze more money from all of her fans, because it is egregious. I think
movie.
this is probably why there are so few people coming to her defense here, because this is kind of indefensible. This is an article from a site called Defector that kind of broke it all down and gave like their review of it and talking about the monetization here and how greedy it is. So, upon announcing the album, Swift put up a vinyl for pre-order on her site, and then another, and then another. Before the album was even released, she had promoted and
My stupid sister got the vinyl, dude. It's just embarrassing how much she's a Swiftie.
sold on her site 8 exclusive vinyl variants in different colors with different names, and 8 CDs and 1 sweater which comes with a CD. The vinyls cost $34, the CDs cost $20, the sweater CD cost $70, and one of those was a Target exclusive edition. Don't forget Target. The marketing scheme for each of these releases, which came one after another, was scarcity. They will sell out, you will never have another opportunity, hurry, show your love and devotion. And unsurprisingly, it was a very successful business model. She's apparently sold 2.7 million copies of the album in physical and digital.
That's wild because everybody hates this album. Like they all talk trash about this. Like the reviews are so bad, and she's still like it's gonna break records, dude. It's just wild the consumer mentality people have these days.
When she announced it on the New Heights podcast, she promised this album wouldn't have any bonus tracks. Historically, Swift has sold her fans the album and then asked them to buy it again to access extra songs. The Life of a Showgirl, she promised, was fully complete, but then on Saturday night, another countdown appeared on her website, and at the end of it, she announced 4 additional CDs of the same album that fans could buy. These versions cost $8 a piece, and each includes 2 exclusive acoustic versions of songs on the album. That means that in addition to the songs on the album, Swift also recorded 8 acoustic versions, but you can only hear them if you purchase each of the 4 CDs. You have to collect this shit like pieces of Exodia here to get the whole experience. It goes on to say she didn't lie technically. There are no new songs on the CDs, just an opportunity for her to make even more money. So the songs aren't new, but they're a different recording of the same song a different way. There's really no way of justifying that. The whole purpose is just to squeeze more money out of the audience because she knows they are going to lap it up 100%, and they are. Like, it is still making tons of money, even though it's not being received overly positive. Another thing they're putting her feet to the fire for is apparently using AI in this new album rollout. So it's pretty clear that this is big time money making mode here. This isn't really about
like any other fan base. Like let's take gaming for example. We actually seem to care a little bit when these companies start like just dogging us for trying to like steal our money. They just try to do money plays. Like we'll get a re-release of something and we'll play it, right? But then we'll get like a DLC, and if it's like nothing is in that DLC, you'll see like Asmon, other creators will be talking about like, hey guys, you shouldn't get this DLC. There's nothing in it. Don't support this, right? But like the Swifties, they're just like brain dead, dude. They're just like robots. It's like that Meat Cannon cartoon he did about her and Travis Kelce breaking up, which I guess is not gonna happen. I guess for now. Maybe it'll be a divorce later in the future. But it's like that. They all have like they're all like a hive mind, dude. It's so weird how they just love this person who clearly is just trying to milk them. Like, give me your money. It's just weird, dude.
the artistry of her craft or anything. It does seem like the whole goal here is to try and squeeze as much out of this album as she possibly can, with so many like additions and shit, even cutting corners on like you like to use AI. Like she has unfathomable wealth. There is just no excuse for not just hiring a real person, a real artist for that. The only reason she'd use AI is to save money, which is pretty crazy considering she's a fucking billionaire. Like, how?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, guys. Like, this girl's a billionaire. She's marrying Travis Kelsey, who is a multimillionaire. She doesn't have to work a day in her life again because she has so much money and like the residuals and everything she's getting. She won't have to work a day in her life again. She could become a Chad wife, right, or whatever it's called, where she just stays at home and gets married, have babies, and relies on her husband's income because he's a football player. She has no reason to be milking people. This is why celebrity is dying, because celebrities are just so selfish. Like if you think of like a YouTuber, right? Don't think of like Asmon, Charlie, and stuff. They've given back to their community. Maybe you could argue they should give more back because the community is what it makes them thrive. But they give back quite often. Like I've seen Asmon do like giveaways for a computer and stuff. I think Charlie's done like cash giveaways and like stuff like cards and stuff on his other channels. Like they give back. Like that's part of the YouTube game that is like, hey guys, I appreciate you guys liking and subscribing. I appreciate you being part of the community. Let me help you guys out with something. Or let me like a new game comes out, they'll give out like 10 copies for free for people who can't afford it. Like the celebrity though is they don't have to grind and they don't have to start from the bottom in that kind of sense where they're it is kind of similar because they're trying to get your views and your attention seeking, but with YouTube you have to like actually be there with the views. You see the views grow, you see everything rising. So you are more in tuned and more connected to your viewers and your audience and your community. That's why it's called a community for these content creators. Most content creators don't refer to their fans as like a fan, right? They say like my community members. You know, a lot of people have like little nicknames for them because it becomes like your little family. To be honest, like I see some of you guys commenting and stuff on the comments, and I remember your channel names, and I see you like I see you constantly again, and I build a little connection with you if I reply to them and stuff. We talk, we start to get a little like formality. But with these people, they just see you as numbers. Clearly, 100% just money and numbers. So I just don't know why everybody is so into Taylor Swift that way. Like she clearly doesn't care. Like she does weird stuff, but whenever she does weird stuff, it's for publicity. It's not like she's donating to donate. She does stuff with cameras around. She's not one like in the Bible. It says uh, volunteer, donate, and stuff like that. Acts of goodwill in private. You don't want to like broadcast that because it negates the positivity the what you're doing because then you're just being selfish. So this is kind of what I see with Taylor Swift. Everything about her is calculated. Everything about her is fake. Like I said, her lyrics aren't that great. Her singing isn't that great. Probably what's her name? Cinderella cutie pie or cutie pie. Cutie Cinderella. She is probably a better singer than Taylor Swift. I heard like a thing with her and Jason the Ween, right? They're doing a little. I saw a clip of it, and she actually with the auto tune, like the computer, she actually sounded really, really, really good. Like she could sing normally, but she sounded really good. So a lot of these singers without the computer, they can't sound as good. So I'm not a fan, dude. If you can tell, I'm not a fan of Taylor.
How are you gonna cheap out on this? It's so wacky to me. So it's hard to disagree with people expressing their sentiment that Taylor Swift is just selling out and is looking to just make as much money off this album as she can possibly squeeze without really caring about the art or the community that she's built. Just kind of throwing Swifties into the mud and just treating them like a useful piggy bank she can tap into whenever she wants for delivering very little to them. Like I said, it's hard to disagree with that because why the fuck are there so many versions of this? Why are you using AI? Like, there are just so many things that are clearly just here because it's greedy. And I'm actually pleasantly surprised to see even the most loyal of Swifties calling it out, saying, like, this is unacceptable. This is really disappointing from Taylor. I thought she had reached this point where she was literally infallible in some people's eyes. So it's good to see that there are things people won't stomach when it comes to her greed with this album. I think that's good. So
I agree with him, And I think the reason why that's happening, like he makes sense, guys. He makes sense. That's a totally great point he just made there, and it's 100% true. Like he's right. He's right. They are starting to the culture of the movie star, the star is dying. Like people know more YouTubers and RL streamers more than they do what kid. If you had a chance to ask a kid, would you rather have I don't know, Ludwig at your or any of those people at your birthday party or Bruce Willis, which like anywhere from like 10 to 20 year olds gonna say, oh, Bruce Willis. Nobody. Taylor Swift, yeah, maybe if they're a girl, but even then we saw her star bubble around her, that impermeable defense she used to have, is starting to dissipate. Why? We saw it. Why I say that? We saw it at the Super Bowl. She got booed, and that's one of, as a Taylor Swift, like, not, I don't want to say hater, but like Taylor Swift, I don't really like her. I love to see that video, dude, where she's just sitting there and she's like, uh, what's going on? They're booing me? Because she's starting to realize that she's getting old. People are tired of her shit. And like he said, this is a money play. And we can see that. Like the culture is changing. And I love to see that, dude. Like Charlie said, it's a great thing to see.
Well, hopefully there'll be a course correction here from her team, like with the way this has been handled. I don't know, maybe. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to yap about it a little bit because this was pretty shocking to see that her album and her business acumen here being criticized by Swifties. So anyway, that's really about it. So yeah.
Well, like Charlie said, dude.
I know this is a topic I've blabbered about quite a bit, but it's something that only can.
Why did that happen? Like Charlie said, dude. Um, the culture's changing. A lot of people are starting to talk trash about Taylor Swift, and that's a good positive thing I think for society. Nobody should be treated like a god. Nobody should be above the law. Nobody should be praised like that, in my opinion. Like there's just so much that she has done in my opinion that warrants her to be like seen for somebody who just manipulates and uses people. And even if you haven't followed the Blake Lively and what's the guy's name? Baldoni, whatever his name is, that lawsuit, Taylor Swift was involved with that, and she tried to like manipulate people because she's Taylor Swift, and I have a bunch of little girls I can turn on you. Like she uses her audience and her fans or community like a weapon. She weaponizes them. So this is crazy. Like Charlie said, it's crazy to see that the fan base, her fan base, is speaking up of, hey, this is trash and we deserve better. And it's come on, dude. And it's just a good thing to see. It's positive, and I've never seen people attacking her the way they're attacking her now. I go on X, I go on threads, whatever the Instagram is, and then TikTok, and everybody's just talking trash about her right now. So it's a good time to be a Taylor Swift hater. So if you're a Swifty and you want to like come at me right now, I'm sure I don't have a lot of Swifties here, but if you are a Swifty, just be nice. Don't hurt my feelings too bad. I might cry. All right, guys. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'll see you for the next reaction video. Take care.